Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I got a video to share with you. This may become a two-parter. I'm not sure, but I'm not willing to go through the entire thing because it's going to be a really long video if I do it. But I ran upon this video, or rather this particular one was sent to me. And shout out to Chisha Zed, who has a lot of interesting commentary on things. And this is one of his longer formed videos. I'm going to allow it to play at least for a little bit because he pauses it and offers his own commentary, but it's quick, snips. So I don't want to jump forward, but I really want you to listen to what this woman is saying. And this is why I said when Black women cheat because they deserve better, right? It's never because they not ish or they're dogs or they're just rotten or they are just trifling. It's never that. It's always about their emotional state and they needed better and they weren't getting that. And I want you to hear the complete lack of accountability in this woman's one-sided story. I know when I'm hearing 1/16 of a story. And this is how y'all tell stories. This is how so many women tell stories. And a lot of y'all don't even know y'all be telling stories like this. Y'all be thinking y'all be really telling a story from y'all side. But you be leaving out so much information on purpose, lying by omission, and in an attempt to not take responsibility, in an attempt to not take accountability for what you are doing in certain situations, try to make yourself be the person that looks good and come out smelling like roses. Like, it's so egregious what this woman is saying. And y'all will throw God into some foolishness in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I am going to allow the video to play. Now, he's going to get to a point in the video where he does his sponsorship. We're going to skip past that. And then we'll allow it to continue. So I'm going to play it as much as I possibly can and try not to stop it myself and offer commentary. So I need y'all to listen closely, more specifically to what the lady is saying, the clip that he's commenting on rather than Chisha's commentary. But so in any case, let me go ahead and share my screen. And here we go. We're picking up right where he is starting to comment on the first part of these clips. Is like 2 or 3 clips. Okay.
Was over when I was in Mexico because he told me not to talk to him. He told me not to talk to him while I was on the trip with him. And I'm like, wow, like I'm really on this vacation with my husband in Mexico, the most beautiful place ever.
You gotta love the music, man. So dramatic.
And I can't talk to my husband. That means that there's no intimacy going on. That means ain't no touching, no hugging, no anything. This man put a pillow in between us. And at that point, I knew I deserved better. I knew that I gave him so many chances, more chances than what he needed. More chances that I had given anyone else. I knew that I had let him slide, even though the first week when we were talking, I should have cut him loose, but I kept him.
Okay. First week you were talking to him, you should have cut him loose? Like, you mean before you married him? Let's keep listening, man. There's parts to this. Part 2, let's go.
So I knew at that moment it was partially my fault that I was in this miserable relationship.
Now, I'm actually going to say a little something right here. You notice how she didn't take no accountability. A matter of fact, I'm going to stop sharing real quick. I'm going to come back to you. Notice how she didn't take no accountability. She said that Her husband had gone on a trip to Mexico, and that he told her don't touch him and don't talk to him. You know what she doesn't say? Why he say that to her? There is no man that's gonna pay for, because he paid for that trip. Because if she had to pay for it, she would have said she paid for it. But I paid for a whole trip for us to go to Mexico. So he paid for it. Ain't no man gonna spend all his money and planning and this and that and taking time off of work and blah, 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 to go on a trip with you to all of a sudden tell you as his wife, don't touch him and don't talk to him, without there having been some super egregious altercation or incident that preceded him telling you. He mad at you. He told you don't talk to him. So now you was letting him slide and you was giving him too many chances. Looked like he was giving you too many chances. What you didn't talk about was the argument on the plane ride to Mexico. The part you didn't say was all of that flim flam and ridiculousness you was doing leading up to a trip to where you can't back out now because you can't refund it, and you started acting a fool. So you had to go on a trip anyway because it's all paid for. You either go and utilize the things that you paid for, or you don't go and you lose all of the money that you paid, because a lot of times after a certain point you cannot refund any of that stuff. Not your hotel stay, not your plane ticket, nothing. So you waited to act a fool as to when there could be no refund and no turning back, so that you could go to Mexico anyway and still having acted a fool. You acted such a fool with that man. You argued and you acted crazy and you loud talked him and you emasculated him and you was masculine with him. So much so that it sound like he was at wit's end with you. You trying to act like you at wit's end with him. That's the part that got me. She was trying to act like she was at wit's end with him, but he ain't talking to you, ma'am. You didn't say I told him don't talk to me when we got to Mexico because he had been acting such a fool. No. You didn't say what you did. You just said what his reaction was. And his reaction was to tell you don't touch him and don't talk to him, and to go so far as to put a physical barrier in the bed with you. Now, as a wife, this is how you know the difference between a wife and a hyena. As a wife, if you going on a trip, let's say you going on this trip in order to be in a new environment to try to work on your marriage. Obviously, the marriage need work. If you are a wife, first of all, you are not acting so crazy that your husband told you don't touch him. He planning on getting cheeks. Why would he tell you not to touch him? But if you do get to that point, as a wife, if my husband put a pillow between me and him, it's serious. It's real. And I need to figure out what kind of way can I make this better so that we can open up the lines of communication. Because if we're not even touching each other and we're not even talking to each other, there's no communication, physical or otherwise, going on. So I need to make the first move, because if he's the one that's creating the distance, then apparently I'm the one that did something. He's reacting. So if he's reacting, then I need to be the one that comes and attempts to rectify the situation. That is what a wife will think. A wife would have said, when in the moment my husband put that pillow, I knew our marriage was in such trouble and I needed to do something. I needed to do something to reconnect with my husband. No. When you for the streets and you a hyena, you say, I deserve better. When he put that pillow in between us, I knew right then that I deserve better. You do deserve better. I had to come back and talk about that part. This is going to be a little bit longer, but we got to get to the big part. You know what? It's probably going to be a two-parter, but we're going to go ahead and complete some of this because I want to get to a particular point.
When I say miserable, I mean a relationship that doesn't include intimacy and love, which is very important in a relationship. Just to have that affection and that close intimacy with a person. So when we was in Mexico, he told me not to touch him. I'm like, okay, cool.
Why? Why did he tell you not to touch him? Let's hear the reason, man. You just landed in Mexico and he said, "Don't touch me." By the way,
this man treated me like shit for 5 days. He treated me like shit. When I tell you he treated me like I wasn't worth anything, he treated me like shit. Okay?
Why?
Like I was going to the bars, drinking by myself. He treated me like shit. And so I'm like, okay, cool.
She was She should stop pausing the effing video. My bad, bro. My bad. Then play it. Okay, I will. Damn it. Going to bars by yourself, married? Come on, man. Let's keep listening. My bad. Let's go.
Whatever. So on the 6th night of the vacation, I was on my way back to the hotel room by myself in Mexico.
Oh, okay. That's part 2. Let's see. We got part 3 here. All right, guys. It sounds like she's about to get into the meat.
It's fine. And long and behold, there was this fine, beautiful black man. There was this fine and beautiful black man. I swear, I thought like God himself had sent me this God. I'm like, oh.
The blasphemy. This chick's like, God sent a man for me so I could cheat on my husband. God.
We might have to come back for a part 2 because of spiritual blindness. She said God sent her a man to cheat with. That God sent her a man to cheat with. So if God be sending you people to cheat with, then why y'all be getting mad at men when they be cheating? God sent him that chick to cheat with. Keep that same energy. The spiritual blindness is what gets me. How God done participated in something that he said was against his orders. Don't thou shalt not commit adultery. Is that not one of the 10 commandments? So you telling me that it was God, not the shaitan, not the one that would lure you, not the one that would try to entice you or encourage you to do that which is opposite that what God told you to do, not him, but it was God himself that sent you a man to clap your cheeks that you ain't even with today. Was not your new husband. Should have seen the amount of women that was clapping hands and congratulating that. Y'all don't congratulate when men do it. He gonna read some of the comments. You know what? It may not be a 2-parter. It was just a longer video. Let's go.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You cannot. It's like some Tyler Perry shit, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, welcome back. Listen, click that link and sign up with Mac Work. He will change your life. Let's keep listening.
Oh my God, he's tall, fine, beautiful, beautiful teeth, smell good. Like I was like sitting in the back of him, I can just smell like the cologne, like just coming my way. Nice watch, nice shoes. I was like, you know what? I think this is a sign. There's gotta be a sign, you know?
Oh, she's dead serious, bro. A sign from God for her to do this.
The laughter is also her thinking about the sex that she had. That man broke her all the way off because she thinking about that sex. That's why she's smiling and laughing like that. Because she thinking back to all that she did to him and all that she let him do to her. Okay? That man tore her off. All right? Shaitan pulled that man right from her imagination and gave him to her. She's still reeling from that. She ain't never gonna forget that man. And he'll never be hers. She'll never hear from him again. I bet you he telling his boys about, man, I ran into this chick, man. She was so desperate, man, seeing that she was having trouble with, you know what I'm saying, her man or something like that, man. She was all right, though. I ain't even really want to do it like that, but she kept throwing it at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she was thick, though, too, man. I mean, she was thick. Man, look, man, I thought she was going to give me head at the bar, my bro. But, man, listen, I mean, next thing you know, man, like, I was talking to her at the bar. She was giving me all kind of rhythm, man. Next thing you know, fam, we was up in the hotel room and I had shorty gagging, bro. Like, man, she was a freak too. That's what he said. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
This man was tall. He was about, you know what I mean, like 4 of my husbands put together. I'm like, this gotta be this other
disrespect. 4 of my husbands put together. Yo, this is effed up. This is comments. Let's see where the people are at. First comment here from a woman says, "You go, sis." Oh, they're encouraging it. Here's another comment from a woman that says, "Overdue on intimacy. I am with you. I get it." Wow, this is wild. They're over here supporting her. Here's another chick that says, "I will not judge. Absolutely not. It was long overdue." Clapping emojis. Glad you got your woke up call. Wish I got mine sooner. So they're all like, damn, you're lucky. I want you guys to think of how different this would be if this was a man talking about how he cheated on his wife. Here's another comment that says, "A win is a win, sis." Look at that. Just supportive. Another woman here says, "Good for you, queen. You deserve to be happy and appreciated." On top of that, with the heart love emoji. Here's another comment from another woman that says, "You are a queen. And yes, God." I'm not sure if I can read this and still be safe. And I'm talking about spiritually, because these chicks really believe God sent this man so that this woman could get clapped. She goes on to say, "Yes, God put that tall, fine man in your path." Yo, this is wild. Another guy here responding back to that and says, "Y'all know that's blasphemy." No, he says, "Y'all know what blasphemy is." Another man here says, "God doesn't participate in sin. Heck out of here." Another man says, "Satan did the sinful act." Laughing emojis. Don't put that on the Lord. See, this is why, man. If you've ever wondered how Eve ate that fruit, this right here. I'm sure when Eve stepped over to that fruit in the garden and got gamed up by the serpent, she started to think recklessly too. Here's another comment that says he bought it on himself. Okay. Another comment that says absolutely did what you needed to do. Look at this. Good for you, sis. Another comment, "I'm shook. You did what needed to be done and I ain't mad at you." Another woman says, "If you've been here before, then you know. No judgment. I understand every word." So these chicks can relate, maybe because they also either did the same thing or wish they had the ability to fall through when they were thinking about it. Here's another comment from another woman that says, "The null salt taste was wild. I wasn't expecting that." Another woman says, "Is that a sign for me?" Oh.
So I just wanted to get to the point where he was reading comments. Y'all cheat because y'all deserve better and y'all are queens. Y'all are queens is why y'all cheat, and men cheat because they dogs and they don't know what's a good woman and they don't. Do y'all want to know why some men stop being intimate with y'all? Since it's a little bit longer anyway, I'm going to drop a jewel. They're not intimate with you because you're masculine. And masculine men are not drawn sexually to masculine energy. They are drawn sexually to feminine energy. When you do so much arguing, combating, and fussing, and nagging, and doing, and talking, and that, and ain't never no peace. You ain't never. He don't get hard for you. Let's just call it a spade. Let's call a thing. He's not aroused. He's not aroused. Because it's the energy that arouses him. Y'all think it's just the visual, physical thing. No. Do that play a part? Yeah. But he's turned on by the energy, just like we turned on by energy. It can be a dude that don't look all that good, But if he's super masculine, he start looking real good. It's like, okay, he attractive. What's attractive about him? He's just an average looking guy. Some dudes are below average looking, but they got that masculine energy, and it'd be overwhelming. You'd be like, okay, that dude has got it. Women are the same way. Men view women the same way. They can look at a woman and she might not be an 8, 9, or 10, not the most beautiful woman. She could be an average looking woman. She look all right. She cute. What take her over the top is the femininity. Oh, she kind of cute. She can, I can see some things that I've probably had better looking women than her just face to face value. But she got it going on more than a lot of the other women because she's so feminine, because she's so soft. She just got that feminine energy. She just got it going on. Y'all think that is when you got expensive things on, or you have a lot of perfume on, or not just perfume, but y'all think it come with a label or something like that. It don't. She can be going to the neighborhood body oil fragrance store, not spending a lot on fragrances, and she just makes sure she smells good. She might not be spending a lot on her accessories and her clothing, but she put it together well, and it's the energy she carry that make it attractive. So when you're in a relationship, you keep that feminine energy, you keep the attraction up. Your man be attracted to you all the time. But when you start getting into that naggy, argumentative, combative, nip nap, just nipping at him all the time, or just got something to say, or nothing ever good enough, you got that complaining spirit. Yeah, he not attracted to that. He don't like that. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I am your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.